started with your remarks. Yes.
Okay, thank you all. I'm very happy and feel honored to give the chance to introduce myself. First of all, I'm a Rohingya. I am an elected parliamentarian of 1990 elections. Presently, I am heading a registered political party in the name of Democracy and Human Rights Party. Last April, I was in the discussion rooms with UN Security Council in our Naypyidaw. There, I think I saw Ambassador Kelly. I don't know if she remembers me or not. And there also I represented the Rohingya community, and I expressed the situation, what's happening in Rakhine State, and what we expect from international community, especially from Security Council. Okay, secondly, I want to introduce who Rohingya really is, because Myanmar governments and our sisterly community, the Rakhine peoples in Rakhine states, do not recognize us. They are accusing us, branding us, labeling us as interlopers. That we came from formerly Pakistan, presently from Bangladesh. It is not the thing, really. Arkan is most close politically, historically, and geographically with Bengal, East Bengal. There were people from the beginning of history, Indian peoples in Rakhine State. These Rakhine who are part of Myanmar, part of Burma, came only lately in 10th century, 11th century, they got supremacy. So what is called dominations of Rakhine State, it is true. We are not denying the existence of Rakhine. We are not going to fight against the Rakhine. Just what we want is, please recognize us as we are. Don't blame us to be from foreign country. According to geopolitical situations of Myanmar, in the eastern border, there are a lot of communities who are affiliated with Chinese. They are culturally, linguistically, they are Chinese. In the Thai border, there are Chinese, Thai peoples in Myanmar. In our country, we call them Shan. They are similar to the Thai peoples in their south. In the western border, they are Chin, Kachin. They have their majority peoples in India and China. The same logic is true in Rakhine State. Arkan is separated from Myanmar with Rakhine Yuma mountain range, a big range. You cannot cross it easily. So Arkan's relationship in ancient time was with India and Bengal. So there are a lot of people, not a lot of peoples, all minority races in Rakhine State speak a sort of Bengali dialect, not similar to Bengali, but it is nearer and closer to Bengali dialect. All the communication language, especially in the time of Rakhine period and British period, was Rohingya language. It was lingua franca of Rakhine State. So there was Arkans and Chittagong area were under the same rule, under the same sovereignty for many, many centuries. People there were free to settle wherever they like. They can choose their settlement anywhere in Bengal or Rakhine. So all minorities present in Rakhine have their mainstream population in Bangladesh. They are culturally the same. All are recognized as Myanmar ethnic people, so-called indigenous people, so-called among the 130 national races, except Rohingya. There's a reason, there is a conspiracy behind this logic. Rohingya should also be a border people who are in Rakhine State as well as in Bangladesh. Most Rohingya in Bangladesh are integrated with Bengalis, Chittagonian. Why? They are culturally, religiously very the same, you can call. So their integrations with Chittagonian or Bengali are very easier. You cannot distinguish a community as a Rohingya in Bangladesh at present. But in British census, there were a community in the name of Rohingya in Bengal. So these Rohingyas are also in Rakhine State. Presently, especially the military governments and Aung San Suu Kyi's government do not want to recognize these Rohingyas. But the real factual thing is Myanmar independence father, Aung San, recognized Rohingya as an ethnic group, and he allowed the Rohingya to represent in his 1947 Constitutional Assembly. After then, until 1982 new citizenship law, Rohingya were allowed to take part in all national elections. There were about 8 national elections before 1990. In all elections, Rohingyas were allowed to vote as well as to contest in the elections. There were Rohingya minister. There were minister from Rohingya community and Rohingya parliamentarian. According to Burmese law, no foreigner can contest in election law. Only citizen can contest in national election, not ordinary citizen. A citizen whose parents are also Burmese citizen can only contest in the election. So what I mean, getting the right to contest in national election means these people are Burmese full citizen. At that time, there was only one category of citizen, full citizen. All are equal. A few people, foreigners, who applied for naturalization got naturalized citizenship. But this community is very few, not community-wise, individuals. So we got the Rohingya got the right to compete in election means we are full citizens. And again, we are recognized as an indigenous people of Myanmar since 1960 with ministerial order decisions. Mon, Lahu, Pou, and Rohingya, 4 languages in one cabinet decision. One decision, 4 languages as national languages to relay from Myanmar Broadcasting Service, BBS. At that time, there was only one relay station, radio station in Myanmar. It was official government control. So, present day, Pou people got their indigenous self-administered zone, and other Mon have got their state. But Rohingya is served by the military and Aung San Suu Kyi. Don't mind, I'm sorry to say something against Aung San Suu Kyi. It is a reality. You see, because in America, I think, there is a good admiration of Aung San Suu Kyi. Everyone loves her, even in the airport. The airport clerical staff say, "You from Myanmar?" "Yes, I am from a beautiful country, ruled by a very, what is called, qualified leader, Aung San Suu Kyi." I have to give some answer, which is not in favor of beautiful country and good leader, Aung San Suu Kyi. They chose me. So they are not going to recognize us today. They say you are from Bangladesh. Again, there was a constitution before the independence of Myanmar. It was written by Aung San, Bujok Aung San, the father of independence, hero, independence, father of Myanmar. Under that constitution, there came two laws. One is citizenship election law. Another is citizenship law. Election means if someone wants to be Burmese citizen, he have the right, the chance, and the something he can apply for citizenship. Another is full citizenship law. That citizenship law was enacted on the very day of independence, 4th January of 1948. According to these two laws, Constitution and Citizenship Law, Rohingyas were recognized as full citizens. Rohingya got nationality cards. We call it in Myanmar as national registration cards. This card was the same for all the Burmese citizens. Burma, Chin, Kachin, Rakhine, Rohingya all held the same national registration cards. So, but what happened? After coming in power, the General Ne Wing, is very much anti-Muslim, anti-Rohingya. He do not want Rohingya to have some rights in Rakhine state, because Rakhine states have two major communities, Rohingya and Rakhine. Rohingya and Rakhine are proportional, almost equal populations. Even in early period, Rohingyas were majorities. Anyhow, Unewing's thinking is, his philosophy is, if these peoples are given equal rights, they someday will try to divide Rakhine state, and they may claim a state of their own in the northern part of Rakhine, where they are majority. Keeping it in mind, he introduced a lot of, excuse me, let me have, Unewing passed a lot of discriminatory laws and instruction. There are a lot of Jim Crow law, I think you call in America. There are a lot of Jim Crow law and instruction to discriminate, to what you will call marginalize this Rohingya community. Among them, 1982 law is one. We have already a citizenship law in 1948. Why we need another new citizenship law? It was just to strip of Rohingyas citizenship. The reason behind this new citizenship law was there was an exodus of refugees in 1978, nearly 300,000. First, Myanmar government denied them to be Myanmar citizen, Myanmar residents even. They accused them to be fresh Bangladeshi. They denied to receive them, to accept them back for some reasons, especially known to them, I think because of international pressure. Why? All the refugees in the Bangladesh camps could show Burma nationality cards that I call national registration cards. Every family, every elderly people can show it there. So international community pressed Myanmar government to accept that reality, that these peoples are not Bangladeshi, they are from Myanmar, Myanmar citizen. Myanmar government have obligation to accept them back. Anuwar was politically enlightened leader, not only military. So he understands the complications of this issue, and he received all the refugees and resettled them in their original places. What he thought, this so-called national registration card is a trouble for us. We cannot discriminate them. We cannot marginalize them. We cannot persecute them. So we need a new citizenship law. Can I go on?
Yeah, please. Maybe if you could finish, and then we'll, make this
Okay, thank you.
and then we'll move on and try to get to Q&A.
So he had deliberated on a new law which will strip of Rohingya their citizenship. So 1982 law is just enacted by Anuwar's a special order. It was against the international norms and standards. Even it was against the 1974 Constitution of Myanmar. In 1974, there was a new constitution in Myanmar that was what you will call socialized, to be in conformity with socialist socio-economic order. Even this 1982 citizenship law is against, not in conformity with the 74 Constitution. That is why this was not implemented, this was not enforced until 1990, when the Constitution was banned by new military leaders who got power in a coup d'etat. So the present crisis is not the recognizing Rohingya as Burmese citizen, just to restoring their original citizenship they enjoyed for for the last 60, 70 years after independence. Okay. Again, I'll finish.
Okay.
There may be some Burmese or Arkanis. I came for a visiting purpose here. I have to go back. I'm not going to exaggerate or to condemn my government. I don't want to be biased against them. What I am telling is a part of truth. I cannot say all the truth here because it will be harmful for me to go back. In a few weeks, I'm going back. I have some duties there. What today happening is just not only ethnic cleansing. To cleanse the people, they have committed crimes against humanity. In unhuman things they exercise for long, long decades. Finally, their international community, specialist experts and human rights organizations already have issued their statement that it is genocide. Asian Parliamentarian Forum have said there are 43,000 parentless children in the present Bangladeshi camps. Again, MSF and NGO issued a statement some months ago that there are 6,700 people who were killed some months ago, but at present it will be more than that. My estimation will be it will be more than 20,000. That is why there are 43,000 parentless children in the camp. Again, majority of the peoples in the camps are female, not male. Main population is smaller than the female population. So From our perspective, it is full genocide. Their houses were abandoned, their people were killed, young and babies were tossed, thrown into the fire. Burning is not enough. No, they have bulldozed all the villages abandoned by the refugees. 80% of the Rohingya population have fled to Bangladesh, especially from Mongdo side. From Mongdo township, it will be 85%. All villages were bulldozed. So that when you come back, you cannot recognize, you cannot point out where you live and which one is your home street, where you live. And government have planned to resettle them, non-Rohingya peoples in those villages. Okay, so if the Rohingyas are repatriated, we don't know where they will be settled. In the agreement, please excuse me a few minutes only. In Bangladesh-Myanmar agreement, it is said Rohingya repatriatees will be resettled in their original place or somewhere suitable for them. That is a big problem. This or why there should come in awe. That means everyone will be subjected to that awe. Everyone should be resettled somewhere else. And their land properties. Arkan is not like America. It is not an industrial area. It is just a place of farmers, agriculturists. If their agricultural lands are confiscated, grabbed by the government, what the refugee will depend on for their survival? It is big questions. Already half of the farming lands of Rohingya in Sitwe, Yethedong, Mongdo, Busidang, Soya, grabbed and distributed to non-Rohingyas. At present, there is plan to grab small farming lands from the Rohingyas and distribute it to non-Rohingyas. Again, there is a MOU with United Nations branches in Rakhine, UNDP and UNSCR. Before my coming here, I had discussion with those UNSCR and UNDP representative, head of the missions. They say we will try our best not to let Myanmar government what you'll call infringe the rights of the Rohingya. But before my coming there, I read in newspaper, UNDP and UNSCR, head of the mission, so we are traveling in Rakhine State, especially in Mongdo and Busidong area, to find out 30 locations to resettle non-Rohingya people. 30 locations. In those programs, UNDP and UNSCR will fund and give help to the Myanmar governments. So if there are 30 new settlements, where they will be settled, not in unless what is called virgin lands. These also are lands of Rohingya. So still today, marginalization and discrimination is going on. Myanmar government is not clean-hearted. They say they will bring 300 people a day, 5 days a week. Okay, it will take to repatriate 1 million Rohingyas for about 30 years. It is not real repatriation. It is just showing to the world that we are ready. We are not discriminating these people, so we receive them there. The main problem is in 1979, 78 refugee repatriation process, there was memorandum with United Nations, especially with UNSCR. In 92, there was another exodus of Rohingyas in Rakhine State. There was also a MOU. In those MOUs, there were the phrases, the clauses that Rohingyas are Myanmar citizens.
This might be a good chance to transfer.
So in this present MAU, there is no that words. That means only the peoples who reside in Myanmar will be repatriated. Once they came in Myanmar, they will be subjected to former persecution. So I think international community, especially United States, America, have an obligation to rescue these people, to salvage these people. Not to say it is just a humanitarian issue. It is a deeply rooted political issue that is directed to the extinctions of a ethnic community. So
that's a perfect place because Amnesty International, that's Amnesty International's business to focus on.
Okay, thank you much. My time is over. Try to understand the Rakhine or Rohingya situation from the real factual perspective. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. That was terrific.